What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Danny,
It's your girl Night.
and we're back with another.
YouTube video. So what we doing today?
We are updating you guys on everything that's been going on, all the all the stuff that's been going on that's been affecting us during 2020 since last time you guys seen us in our videos and stuff, and why everything is everything.
Yeah. So today we basically what he said, and we are gonna put it into a story time. So we're gonna do a story time today. And some of y'all know that we were recently expecting in May of 2020, not 2020. Oh my God, I always do this. We were expecting May 2021. It was May 3rd, but unfortunately, there was different plans, I can say. So let's just go ahead and get into it. We had to write down some notes because, whatever. So basically, we're going to talk about our daughter, Leilani, as you guys can see right here. You can show them the box.
Okay, and
his mom made this box for us, which is really sweet. I really love the box. It has her initials on it.
It has
things inside of it.
This came from, we had some flowers when Noelle was in the hospital, and we also had this little, help me out here.
Okay, this little onesie thing. Ooh, there's a flower on it. This little onesie thing
my mom made.
Okay.
And we also have, I'm surprised that flower stayed like that. We got these flowers from all our loved ones,
Yep.
Good support system.
So you can go ahead and pull out the sticks. The little sticks. Anyway, so this is
Back in August.
Yep, August 24th, 2020 is when we found out. How I knew that I was pregnant is because my period was late, and I was like, my period is never late. What is going on? So I was like, at this point, I might as well just take a pregnancy test.
And we didn't really think nothing of it.
Yeah, we didn't think nothing of it. So we took the test, and we took the test in the bathroom. So we were, I had got the stick, and you pee on the stick or whatever, and then you wait for the results. We didn't think nothing of it. We was just sitting there waiting, and then one line popped up, and then another line popped up. And then we both looked at each other. We was like,
lost words. We just both looked.
Yeah. We was like, and then we started laughing. I don't know. I was laughing because, I don't know.
I was laughing and smiling. It's weird because I would have never thought, certain people feel certain ways about, they pregnant or they girlfriend or wife or somebody's pregnant. I was actually real excited and surprised, and
I was laughing ready because I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it at first. And so that's when we first found out, and then I had my first ultrasound October 9th.
Yeah. Then I took off of work for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took off of work, and we had to go together. I couldn't miss that.
So, the baby's heartbeat or whatever for the first time, which was October 9th, like I said. This was the first picture that we got. You can show them that picture. The first ultrasound.
I don't know if y'all can see. It's a lot of blur on it. But yeah, that's the first one.
When we went to my first ultrasound, she couldn't do the regular ultrasound. She had to do a vaginal ultrasound. It was a good experience to, you know, hear the heartbeat for the first time.
That's something I will always like.
Yeah.
I always have like in my mind, like heart, all of that. Like I never forget that. That's something that was real special.
Yeah.
And we actually grab that.
Oh yeah. So we went to usually when women find out that they're pregnant, they usually go to the Women's Care Center. You know, everybody go. And we did go because we wanted to, you know, basically know for sure that I was pregnant. And she said, "Yep, you're pregnant." And when she told me that, she was like, "You're early." I was like, 4 weeks. I was early, so we actually found out early.
Like really early, like super, super early.
Yeah. So, yeah, after the ultrasound, I had made another appointment with my OB because I had finally found an OB or whatever. And that appointment was October 29th of 2020. And I had went to that appointment by myself, the regular, we looked at the ultrasound. And when I was sitting there, the vibe in the room was kind of like quiet. Like it changed. The mood in the room had changed. Like there was a nurse in there and, you know, the OB, whatever. And they were in there and neither one of them were talking. So I'm like, why is neither one of them talking? It's kind of weird or whatever. So yeah, I did the ultrasound or whatever, and then I had to go wait in this little room or whatever. And they came in there and they did like other stuff, you know, went over questions and all that. And then she got to the point where she was like, we did find some findings on your ultrasound. Yeah. She was like,
extra fluid.
Yeah. She said that they had seen extra fluid around the baby. They were like, they wasn't sure like what that meant. So they were like, we're gonna send you to a specialist like ASAP.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm gonna keep on getting up. But it's like, you see it here, it's like around right here and right here. And I wasn't sure because it looked normal to me because, I mean,
yeah,
we never had an ultrasound before, so.
So when she said extra fluid, I'm like, okay.
Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? I'm like, I need answers, you know? And she was like, well, she can't say much about it because she doesn't know much about it. So she sent me to a specialist. And so we went to see the specialist the next day, October 30th. Yeah. So, yeah, we were waiting for like a long time.
A good 2.5, 3 hours maybe.
Yeah, we was waiting a long time in the waiting room. Then we went into the back to do the ultrasound, and they did the ultrasound, and then they were like, just sit here and wait. And he came back in there, and when we was in the room, she was quiet too. She was also quiet. I'm like, why is they all quiet? Like, what's going on?
Right.
I kind of had a bad feeling because, like, you know,
and the guy kind of, you know, he kind of like made me mad. Like, he kind of peed me off. Like, it was just the way he was careless, kind of like giving us, when he actually came out and giving us news and stuff. Of course, it wasn't good news, but he wasn't professional, or he wasn't like concerning. I know some doctors, they can't like really show no emotions, but it's like he didn't. It's like it's to the point where he was like
rushing to get us out.
Rushing and like kind of like prolonging like telling us, but it was like it was kind of like he was like he didn't care.
Yeah, because he didn't really explain much of it to us. The findings in my pregnancy was, I don't know if I'm gonna say this right, but I'm gonna try. It's called hydrops fetos, I think it's called. You can look it up.
Hydrops fetus.
And it's hygroma. That's what my pregnancy got diagnosed with. So basically, to break it down, it was like a genetic problem. Yeah. Okay. And so when he was telling.
Go ahead.
Okay, I can go?
Yeah.
Okay. So when he was telling us, he was like, basically, this could mean the extra fluid could mean, so basically, the extra fluid was around the baby's neck.
Yeah.
So basically, the cysthygroma is like a big old cyst on the baby's neck.
Fluid bubble.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And it was building up and stuff. So basically, he said that this could mean it's a genetic issue, which can mean the baby can end up with Down syndrome, Turner syndrome, stuff like that.
Yeah, he gave it, and what made me mad is from me being around doctors and stuff like that, or me going to just simple appointments or anything like that. They kind of give you like a comforting tone of voice or anything like that. Maybe it's just in the moment, and I was overthinking. But when he gave us, basically gave us two options, and it was like. Yeah,
the two options. I mean, two options.
Two options
said either
get a abortion or wait it out and see if the condition gets better.
Or if the fluid, stop building up.
And of course, we waited it out.
Yeah. So basically, he said that the baby would only survive for 2 weeks or whatever, and we like, okay, we're just gonna wait it out because I don't believe in abortion. Like, it's a woman's choice. I have nothing against abortion, but it's just something I wouldn't do.
Personally, yeah.
So we was like, we'll wait it out 2 weeks to see because, we have faith, Gotta trust the man upstairs or whatever. This was like a test that he was putting us through, honestly, to test our faith to see, if we have faith in him or whatever.
Yeah. I honestly believe that too.
Yeah, so 2 weeks. 2 weeks we've been, we was praying and all that.
Taking vitamins, trying to work out.
Yeah, trying to keep our mind focused off of it. Because honestly, the whole 2 weeks I was kind of stressed out about it because I'm like,
we didn't know how it was going to turn out.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to, question.
Yeah, question God's work, whatever.
Or,
so
everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So, we was waiting out that 2 weeks, whatever. And then I was looking for a second specialist because I wanted to get a second opinion on how we can make things better or what can we do to prevent the fluid from building up because he didn't really explain it to us. We were supposed to see like a genetics counselor, I heard, after we see the specialist, and we didn't. I don't know why, but they didn't point us to a genetics counselor at all. So... The 2 weeks went by and I had made another appointment. I found another specialist and I found a specialist at Riley's house. Went to that appointment November 9th.
We was driving around in the parking lot for like a whole
we can never find nothing. We couldn't even find a parking garage.
Ever.
But so we went there November 9th or whatever, and we're waiting, and at first they were like that he couldn't come back to the room with me because of
I got up and they was just like
they COVID restrictions or whatever and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm at high risk. My pregnancy, they had diagnosed my pregnancy for high risk. I'm like, I'm at high risk for my pregnancy and he needs to be in here. So she was like, okay, I can talk to my manager and see what we can do, and then blah blah blah. They let him come in. And so we went in there, and the lady, she was really sweet. She was like, she was a really sweet lady, but her voice was kind of... Anyway, so she was in there, and then she was looking, she put the gel stuff on my stomach or whatever through the ultrasound. And this is the 2 weeks.
I don't know why I thought that would be cold.
Yeah, I thought it would be cold, but it's actually pretty hot. Well, not hot, warm, I should say.
You watch these videos and these movies and stuff, they're lying. Like, when they put the gel, they're like, oh... No, it's not. It's warm.
But so she did that, and she was moving the thing around. And what I noticed, every ultrasound that I went to, they always be like, "Oh, we can't see the baby. We can't see the baby. We're trying to see the baby," and stuff like that. They couldn't see the baby because of the extra fluid that was around the baby. So she was doing that for a minute, trying to find it, and then she found it, the baby. And when she found it, she was quiet. Like she didn't
Did
say
she leave the room? She's like, didn't you say
I'm gonna get to that part.
Excuse me.
She was quiet. And like I said, when the mood changes in the room, that's when something is wrong. So she was quiet and she was looking. I can tell that something was wrong because usually when you look at the ultrasound of a baby, the baby is like laying on its back.
Yeah, or it's like,
it's
at
like
a different type of angle where it looks normal.
The angle that the baby was at, it was laying down, like the head was down, like whatever. So I'm just looking, I didn't think nothing of it. And then she was like, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go find the nurse. So she left and she was gone for a minute. She was gone for about 15 minutes. I was like, dang, it took you that long to find a nurse?
Where's your man fit?
Huh?
Where's your man?
It was like 15 minutes. She finally found a nurse, and then you can tell what happened when the nurse came in.
Yeah, and they let us know that news that nobody would never want to hear, and basically was just saying like there was no heartbeat, or and I really wanted to just be like check again, but it's just like I knew it was no point, and I mean that's their job, they know what they're doing, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's just like we had our little moment. And
we had our little moment the first time when they told us that my pregnancy was diagnosed with the 2 things that I told you.
Yeah.
We did cry when we went to go see the specialist.
The first time. And the second time it was like...
the second time we cried, but it's like we already knew that it was coming.
Yeah. Because it was more like we prepared ourselves to get the news. If we got the news, we would prepare ourselves to like kind of be strong or whatever. So that's what we did.
She told us that there was no heartbeat, and she was really sweet. She was like, "Can I just give you a hug?" Yeah. And she just wanted to hug on me.
That's the best hugs. That's what we need.
So she was hugging me pretty tight. I was like, "Dang."
She definitely.
She hugged me, but she gave us the options after we done. She gave us some space or whatever, and then she came in and was like, okay, we're gonna go over with y'all the options that you can do, because they said that I have to go into labor the next day to get the baby out or whatever. She was like, you can either do the natural birth, the vaginal birth or whatever, you deliver the baby,
or C-section,
or C-section surgery. And I'm like, in my head, I'm not doing surgery because I never had surgery in my life, and I would never have surgery ever in my life.
And just the thought of it, and it's like...
And I was like, no, I'm not doing surgery. So, my first option is I went with the vaginal birth.
Whatever makes her comfortable, whatever makes...
Yeah. Because I was asking him, I was like, what should I do? And he was just like, do it, Well, he did kind of say, like, don't do the surgery. It's just, I just never had surgery, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. And plus, the recovery process was going to take longer. So, I was like, no. So, it was November 10th, and we had to go to the hospital so I could get induced. We went to the hospital November 10th, and at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I could get induced. Basically, they had to take a pill to get them contract. They put a pill in my vaginal area to get the contractions going or whatever. So when we got there or whatever, I had to, change in the gown, put the socks on. They had to put the IV on me and all that stuff. Yeah. And the hardest part about being on, they put us on the labor and delivery floor. Yeah. Which was the worst part ever. Because I'm like, why y'all put us on this floor?
And literally, I mentioned it. It was just like, you can hear
other women giving birth, screaming and stuff. You can hear all the babies crying. And I'm like...
And I feel like, honestly, they should have a different floor. It's just like...
Yeah.
At the moment, that was too much for us to handle, where we hearing, I guess you could say, like, healthy births. Or like, like...
Successful.
Yeah, successful
births. Or whatever. So I'm like, I blocked it out. I didn't even pay attention to it or nothing.
It's just like
whatever.
12 hours.
I was in labor for 12 hours. So we were sitting there waiting. And I'm like, nothing happening. But then they started giving me all this medication and stuff like that.
All type of stuff.
And she kept, he asking every little thing.
What's this? What does that do?
And what is the side effects on it? This and that. He was asking all the questions and stuff. But our nurse, she was really sweet. she can relate to what we're going through because she had went through it too. They told me I couldn't eat or nothing. Yeah. And I was really sad I couldn't eat. But I ate like a little chocolate chip from his granola bar.
If you don't know,
I have to eat. Because if I don't eat, bro, I get so irritated.
I was just gonna sneak you some food.
I wanted to, but then again, she like, I didn't want nothing to go wrong. Because they'd be like, you can't eat because when you deliver, what if you know, doo-doo? And I had, look, I had diarrhea. But it was only from the medicine. Because the medicine that they was giving me, it made me go, I had the runs, like literally. I had the runs. It was around 8 o'clock at night when the contractions started to kick in.
You didn't last. You did not
I was like, oh my God, the contractions are kicking in.
You did not last.
At first, they weren't that bad, and then they started to get bad. I was like, oh no. I was like, what did she give me the first time?
I don't know. I forgot what it's called. Some type of like real like strong pain medicine.
Yeah. And she gave me that. And she told me, it should kick in about 30 minutes.
And they said that wasn't the strongest.
30 minutes didn't even go by and it started to get worse. And I just couldn't do it anymore. And she was like, she told me.
My thing is, why didn't they start you off with the strongest dose of that?
I know. After I told her, she was like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad are they? And I told her like 4, 5. Like, that's bad.
You should have said about a 7.
Yeah, I did. I should have. But, so she was like, after she gave me the first medicine, she was like, if you need the epidural, just let us know and we'll give it to you. Yeah. So that I tried to thug it out, y'all. I really did. I tried to, but I couldn't. It was so hot. I was running a fever of like 102, and it was hot, and the contractions was just getting to me. So it's like, I told him, I said, push the button, call the nurse in here, tell her I want the epidural.
My thing is, you went from basically like an over-the-counter Tylenol straight to like the stuff that's gonna make you not feel nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out why they didn't give you a higher dose. I feel like that would work. Honestly,
yeah, instead of getting the epidural. So they was like, okay, they called the person to come do the epidural or whatever, to give me the epidural. And then they told him to sit on the other side of the room or whatever. And they had me hold a pillow or whatever and then bend over. And he got the long thing, the long needle thing.
They made me sit on the other side of the room so I didn't see your needle.
Yeah.
And guess what?
He still saw it.
It was like, I don't know.
There was like, some people pass out when they see her or whatever.
I was getting her.
And then she told me to hold the pillow and told me not to move when he put it in. I did not move 1 inch.
I didn't know they did. She's a thug because I
just sat there and was like, give the epidural to me right now.
How do you not know
give
something?
It to me
a
right
needle
now.
That long goes into your back.
It was like, it's gonna sting a little bit. It did sting a little bit, but it didn't hurt to me for real because I was ready for it. I was like, just give it to me. And as soon as they gave it to me, I say about 10 minutes go by. They gave it to me around. And she was like, I'm about to check to see if you're dilated because I was not dilating at all. I was like 1 centimeter, literally, the whole time it was there. I did not dilate at all. So she checked, and when she went to go, she lifted the cover up.
She was like, the water sac was just right.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So the water sac was out or whatever. And he seen it because he was finna get ready and lay down. Thought he was finna go to sleep because after the damn epidural, I was feeling real good. Couldn't feel nothing. Whole half of the down below was numb. I couldn't feel nothing. I was feeling good, but I couldn't lift my legs up. That's all I know.
I'm literally about to pass out. I'm laying there. You know how they got the little couch bed? I'm literally just laying down, putting the cover on me.
About to go to sleep.
Came out.
And she was like, yeah, I think it's time to deliver. So she called the nurse in or whatever. And she came in here and they had to basically, I didn't have to push nothing. She just stuck her hand in there and grabbed her out. Yeah. So she was so tiny.
She was like
real tiny.
Really, really
like
little.
You couldn't even, she could fit in your hand literally. That's how tiny she was. So they put her out and then I didn't have to push the placenta out or nothing. She just kind of pushed on my stomach to, let it out, whatever, the thing, and they cleaned her off or whatever, and they took her or whatever, because we didn't want to see her at the moment. I was just like, we can wait to see her. We was gonna wait. Anyway, so yeah, what he was saying, she was really helpful. She gave us options and stuff. But I had finally got to eat after I delivered, and after I had ate, they gave me like a turkey sandwich. They gave me a turkey sandwich and some chips because the cafeteria was closed by the time I delivered.
Your mom brought us some food too.
Yeah, some pizzas. Yeah, that pizza was good. But yeah, so I ended up delivering Leilani at 10:30 p.m. And so after I ate, then we finally got to see her. We didn't pick her up or nothing because of the extra fluid was still on the back of her head or whatever, her neck
and we were
stuff.
Getting what's it called?
What?
They was going to do what's it called? I forgot what it's called.
The footprints and stuff.
Yeah,
they couldn't really do that.
She was so small.
She was so small. Her feet were so little and stuff. So yeah. Honestly, people was like, "Oh, you're so strong" or stuff like that. I'm like, honestly, I'm at peace, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I was stressed.
She's
at peace too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, we're both at peace or whatever.
I honestly feel like she was stronger than me because
yeah,
I looked at her and just seemed like, I felt like at the moment, like I was strong about it because I didn't know, like what she was going through. I didn't really know how to comfort her for real because I was like, I was kind of like sad about it too. But I seen how strong she was being and like I kind of fed off of that,
But the whole time he was there, I'm thankful that he was there because I wouldn't want to go through this with anybody else, honestly, because he's the best person. We'll get to it. He's the best person, boyfriend, or whatever,
You trying to hype me up?
Huh? I'm not trying to hype you up because you were so strong there. You didn't pass out or nothing, but he was over there doing little because he seen all the blood.
I can't help it. Then like that's kind of like not embarrassing, but like disrespectful. Like
it's not disrespectful because I know it probably was nasty.
I couldn't help
it. But still, he didn't pass out. Good thing, whatever. So yeah, everybody's like, "You're so strong. You can always try again." And I know a question that everybody asks us is, are y'all gonna try again? And like, yes, of course we're gonna try again in the future. But right now, we're still grieving over the process. We're actually doing pretty good though.
Yeah.
Like,
just focusing on different things, getting back into YouTube and
all that.
We caught ourselves trying to work out. We still got emotional parts and
like sometimes I may say I'm okay, but deep down I'm really not. I'm not the type of person to show my feelings or express my feelings or show my emotions, I should say. I don't like crying in front of people, honestly. But
now it's like we, I don't know, it just seemed like we real good.
We're at peace with it. Like, I know she's in a better place. This is God's work. I'm not gonna question his work because he's doing it for a reason.
We know we grieving or we trying to
Yeah.
We was kind of like, we didn't really want to post, but we was trying to let people know what happened. So
because still to this day, people are still
how's the baby and
asking stuff like that. So we just wanted to get it out there to let everybody know that we're not expecting anymore.
Yeah, and it's like when we post stuff about it, clearly it shows that we had lost the baby, but it's just like people were still fighting on saying congratulations, like it wasn't paying attention.
Right.
I mean, we do got friends.
We named her Leilani because it means child of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Leilani, Noelle, McQueen.
Don't say my name like that.
But I knew it was a girl. Everybody thought it was a boy, but I knew it was a girl. So
we wanted a girl. So my kids in my classroom, made this for us.
Yeah. So I can show y'all the little urn thing a little up close.
Our new place we live at.
Yeah, we're still getting it together. Actually, we're in Leilani's room right now. This was supposed to be her room.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were prepared. We was ready. We was in parent mode. Okay, we was getting ready.
That was our update. And we're coming with more, updates.
And
I know you guys missed us.
Everybody wanted the story time anyways on our pregnancy or whatever, and how we doing afterwards, and how do you deal with it or whatever. So, and honestly, when I be seeing other girls post about their miscarriages or they tell me about it, I look at it like I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Like it's life.
And you got people you can talk to about it. And
yes. People that you can relate to. It's a lot of females out there that I definitely can relate to.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
And subscribe.
And the more y'all do, the more we dropping content. I know he said they ain't deserve it, but
He said that.
I see.
He said that.
Peace.
We gonna see y'all later.